Moving on to some other topics, we have a new food pyramid that is just coming out. We still don't know a lot about it, but it seems like it's more based on that whole, we have that pyramid and the whole bottom part is plant-based. What does that mean for the average person?
Well, you know, they talk about the epidemic of osteoporosis, and part of it is that we consume a lot of high phosphorus foods in the form of meat proteins, and that really our bodies don't need so much meat protein, and so we should be getting some of our protein from things like legumes, which is not peanuts and beans and peas and things that come out of the soil. So we want to consume not the old pyramid, if you remember, it talked about carbohydrates in the form of muffins and toast and English muffin and pasta and those sort of things. And now the new pyramid and the new dietary guidelines are promoting carbohydrates more from getting the pectins in fruits and the skins and the seeds that come from grains and hulls. So you're talking about pilaf rice, and quinoa is kind of a new grain that you're starting to see in the restaurants. So they're wanting us to have 5-ounce equivalents of grains as opposed to refined bread servings, so to speak. And when we're having pasta, make sure it has more fiber in it so that we're getting that minimum dose of fiber. That's what we're all really lacking. So the idea is converting from grains rather than refined carbohydrates. And then, of course, the guidelines for fruits and vegetables is going to remain pretty similar to 2.5 cups of fruit and 3 cups of vegetables. That's, you know, over 5 servings, which is the minimum recommended level now. So it'll take a while for that to really hit the press and to be part of the documents that the public sees, but this is what they're going to start working toward, is getting everyone to consider their carbohydrates being fruits, legumes, beans, peas, nuts, seeds, grains.
More of that Mediterranean type of a diet?
Correct, right.
Well, more to watch for that. We'll be watching for that. Summertime's the time that a lot of us are having picnics. What food safety advice would you have for someone who's planning a picnic?
Well, a lot of times we're going to a site such as the beach or maybe on the boat where there's no electricity, so we can't keep things hot in a crock pot. So generally because it's summer, we're wanting foods, cold foods, salads, etc. So what you're wanting to do is, when you cook ahead, you want the danger zone for bacteria is over 40 degrees, which is the refrigerated temperature, and then by the time it gets up to 140 degrees. So the general guideline is that when you're making your food for a big group, to portion it into smaller containers that are kept on ice so that you don't have a large quantity of a salad or a meat-based entree sitting out for more than 2 hours. And you really, and what you want to do is you want to establish a eating time where the food is put out, people eat, and then it's put back on ice. And then if you're having an extended day, let's say you're out on the boat for 2 days, and there's no refrigeration, and you're relying on ice to keep things cold. If in doubt, throw it out. Don't try and reuse it the next day if it's sat at a lukewarm temperature for a long time. And then the idea would be for day 2 to have things that are less perishable, like whole fruit, maybe peanut butter sandwiches or pieces of cheese with crackers, things that are less perishable that were held over from the prior day but didn't run the risk of being brought to a bad temperature.
Yeah, really watch out for things like the potato salad and things like that. Keep them out too long.
And it's typically the protein. So instead of an egg salad made up, maybe have some boiled eggs on ice so that they're in their package, they're not exposed to the elements. And remember, we have, you know, if you're out on the farm at the family reunion, you have all the bugs that are coming in, being exposed. So I know a lot of folks that won't eat those big salads that have been sitting out on the table for 2 or 3 hours.
I'm one of those people, especially after talking to people like you. So then finally, you offer a unique outpatient program at St. John's called the Lifelong Nutrition for Women. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about that, how they can get information about it as well?
Well, you can check our website at healthies.org. And it's called Women's Care, and we have women's care for women of all ages and stages, and they can work with a health what is Selena's title? She's a
Women's care coordinator.
women's care coordinator, and she is kind of like a health coach is what I was looking for. And in addition to that, so many women at every stage, whether they're getting ready to have a baby or they're postpartum or they're going into the stage where they're worried about their bone density, every age and stage, of course, the people are interested in how their nutrition contributes to their health. So since usually you can get a physician's order to see a dietitian if you have high cholesterol or high blood pressure or some kind of condition. But if you're just interested in good and healthy nutrition, this is an offering for people who want to refer themselves, and it's not cost prohibitive. We've kept the price really low so that a person can come in and see the dietitian, women, and pay a set fee, and you get a little guidebook and you get information. We have a 1 hour session, and then it's followed up with 2 half-hour follow-ups that are included in the price that's less than $100. So we're trying to make it affordable and accessible.
So do you sort of go through you take a look at their food diary or something like that, what they're eating? And
right, and try and work on what their specific goals are, and usually it's weight loss for most everybody. So looking at and providing a meal plan and an approach to weight loss that's workable for the individual.
So if someone is interested in that program or seeing you to get some more information, how do they go about doing that?
Well, if you go to healtheast.org and you get on our website, then you look for women's care, and the program is called Lifelong Nutrition for Women, and it's part of the program, but you don't have to be doing both components. You can do simply the nutrition piece if you feel like you have your other health goals under control.
All right. Any final comments, advice for our viewers?
You have to be your own best advocate. I think we have lots of events throughout the summer. Almost all of them revolve around food.
And especially with the State Fair coming up here.
Yeah, exactly. Being smart and being conscious of what your plate has on it, and being safe.
As always, it's a pleasure to have you with us, Leanne Grayview, registered dietitian from St. John's Hospital. Thank you so much. And we'd like to thank you for joining us, as always. Thank you for being with us. We hope you'll join us next time in Inside Healthcare. We'll see you then.
For more information, visit stjohnshospital-mn.org or call 651-326-7800.